The ancient philosophers of Stoicism called for wisdom in communicating with others. One important aspect of this wisdom is the ability to determine who is worth communicating with and who is better to keep your distance from. Here are 8 types of people to whom you should say no, following the principles of Stoicism. 1. Energy vampires. These people have an amazing ability to drain your energy, like a magnet drawing your attention and time. They can be constant complainers, constantly signaling their spiritual despondency and demanding your sympathy and support. Perhaps it's a colleague at work who always comes to you with problems but never offers solutions. Or is it a friend who always demands your attention and support but never reciprocates? When faced with energy vampires, Stoicism teaches us to preserve our inner resources and handle them carefully. We learn how to set healthy boundaries and not allow others to drain us of the energy we need for our well-being and growth. The wisdom of Stoicism helps us understand that our time and emotional resources are valuable, and we must manage them wisely by choosing who and how we want to give them. 2. Complainers and pathetic individuals. These are those who always find a reason to complain and are never happy with their position or situation. They may constantly express their dissatisfaction by complaining about their job, relationships, health, or financial situation. These people often seek sympathy and support, but rarely take action to change their situation. When encountering complainers and pathetic individuals, Stoicism teaches us to maintain our emotional stability and not allow other people's negative emotions to influence our state. We realize that we do not have to empathize or feel guilt for situations that are beyond our control. Instead, we can practice compassion and understanding while also maintaining our own boundaries and not allowing others' negativity to blight our lives. 3. Manipulators. These are people who seek to control others using various manipulative techniques and tactics. They can be cunning and skillfully disguise their true intentions behind an appearance of caring or friendliness. Manipulators may use other people's guilt or fears to achieve their goals, or even manipulate others' emotions to elicit desired reactions from them. When meeting manipulators, Stoicism teaches us to maintain our independence and freedom of choice. We will learn how to recognize manipulative techniques and protect ourselves from them without being influenced by them. The wisdom of Stoicism helps us stay true to our values and beliefs without allowing ourselves to be forced into doing anything we disagree with. We find strength in our inner resilience and determination to prevent others from manipulating us or violating our boundaries. 4. Deceitful and two-faced individuals. These are people who do not practice honesty and sincerity in their relationships with others. They may lie, hide their true intentions, or play a double game by pretending to be someone they are not. Their typical behavior is changeability and instability, which makes them unreliable and difficult to communicate with. When faced with deceitful and two-faced individuals, Stoicism teaches us to value truth and honesty in our relationships. We recognize that trust is the foundation of healthy and harmonious relationships, and that lies and deception can destroy trust forever. By practicing Stoicism, we learn to trust our intuition and recognize deception, as well as set clear boundaries and not allow liars to influence our emotional state and well-being. 5. Constant critics and dissatisfied people. These are people who always find something to complain about or criticize. They often express their dissatisfaction and have a negative attitude towards the world around them. Constant criticism can become a source of stress and dissatisfaction for others, as well as create a toxic atmosphere in communication. When faced with constant critics and disgruntled people, Stoicism teaches us to maintain our self-confidence and appreciate our own worth, regardless of the opinions of others. We learn how to separate ourselves from the negative emotions of others and not allow the criticism and dissatisfaction of others to affect our self-esteem and well-being. By practicing Stoicism, we realize that we cannot control the opinions and actions of others, but we can control our reactions to them, maintaining our inner stability and peace of mind. 6. Envious and envious personalities. These are people who experience feelings of envy towards the successes, achievements, or qualities of other people. They may show hostility or negative attitudes towards those who have what they themselves do not have, and seek to destroy or diminish the achievements of others. When faced with envious and envious individuals, Stoicism teaches us to rejoice in the successes of others and use their inspiration for our own growth. We realize that envy is a negative emotional state that only poisons our soul and hinders our personal development. By practicing Stoicism, we learn to accept ourselves and our own lives as they are, and not compare ourselves to others. We find joy in what we have and strive for the best without allowing envy to cloud our happiness and well-being. 7. Pessimists and skeptics. These are people who often see only negative aspects in situations and events and do not believe in success and the possibility of positive change. They tend to see the glass as half empty rather than half full, and often express their pessimism and skepticism about the future. In the face of pessimists and skeptics, Stoicism teaches us to find light in the darkness and find the positive in any situation. We realize that our attitude towards life and events depends largely on our inner view and how we interpret what is happening around us. By practicing Stoicism, we learn to look at the world with a more optimistic perspective and find calm and peace of mind in all circumstances. We find strength in our inner resilience and do not allow pessimism and skepticism to take over our thinking, maintaining our faith in ourselves and our capabilities. 8. People who don't value your time or respect. These are the ones who constantly violate your boundaries, don't respect your time and personal space, and don't value you as a person. They can be intrusive, constantly demanding your attention without considering your own needs and preferences. When faced with people who don't value your time or respect, Stoicism teaches us to value our time and set healthy boundaries in our relationships. We recognize that our time and energy are our most valuable resources, and we must manage them carefully to ensure they are not abused. By practicing Stoicism, we learn to say no to those who do not value our time and respect, and to set clear boundaries in our relationships. We find strength in our ability to protect our interests and not allow others to take advantage of us or violate our personal space, maintaining our independence and self-respect. These principles may seem harsh, but they are necessary to ensure our emotional well-being and maintain peace of mind. Refusing to communicate with the negative elements around us is not a sign of weakness, but a wise desire for self-preservation and development.